This is a package you're going to be like, I can't wait for it to get there.
Yes.
So this is the style I chose to wear with my, this is a Christy Brinkley top, and I think these are Christy pants. No, this is Colleen Lopez. These are Christy Brinkley.
Nice.
What are you wearing?
This one is Christian?
Christian
Siriano. This is Sea Wonder by Christian Siriano.
Yeah.
Yes.
So any of these styles could go with anything that we're wearing, and so same with the girls. But this one is, again, back to that traditional two-banded slide, but look at the modernized outsole. This is different than, you know, we love the cork and we do all of that. You still get that, and you get the suede foot sock bed, but this has got that more athletic, lug, modern, fun, kind of a sporty style. These are the colors we've got. This is that light rose. How about this, the sage? And then lastly, we've got the sand castle.
Look at these. Look at that. Let me turn it to the side. This is that platform. We had a platform, a Papillio design earlier in the show that was different than this, had the ankle strap. So if you said then, oh, I love the platform, but I do want something that's a little bit more traditional in Birkenstock look, this is it. Everybody thinks the Arizona is the very first Birkenstock, but it's actually not. It's the second one, but it is the most iconic. And you can see how great that sage looks there on Jamie. Again, elevated, still comfortable, and still kind of on the go with everything.
So I love what you just shared about the Papillio. How does that brand go in connection with the Arizona? Put that connection for us together again. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Papillio is a collaboration with Birkenstock. So when you see Papillio, typically you'll see a shoe that is a little bit more elevated in terms of its height. It might look like a high heel or a wedge in that way. And so they bring a little bit more of a stylized design to Birkenstock. And so when you see that, and just like this, the footbed is the same, but not only do you have that platform, you have that lug platform. And so they kind of marry the best of both worlds, a little bit more of a stylized high heel, high-esque look with traditional Birkenstock.
And you know, oftentimes, thank you, by the way, I think that's just so interesting. Oftentimes, you know, we hear medium and wide widths. We don't need wide widths with Birkenstock because of this. You adjust to your feet, left foot to right foot, based on what is most comfortable for you. So there's not a need for narrow, medium, and wide. Never has been, never will be.
That's right. And that's again, that's the idea of you make it right. You know, you say when you buy right, you buy once. When you buy wrong, you buy over and over and over. When Johann Sebastian, when Johann Birkenstock, when Johann made the footbed or created the footbed, he made it right. And that was it. And then you just kind of play with the style, play with the upper, play with the colors and the materials. But it's always going to fit the way you need it to fit. And that's why we say don't share your Birkenstock, because they become your shoe.
That is a very good point. I'm glad you mentioned that too. They obviously just conform more and more to your feet, and oh my gosh, as if they don't feel great the first time you put them on.
Absolutely.
They feel like they're custom made for you, but they get better in time.
And that's why I say that with these in particular, because if you have a daughter or a sister who wears your size, she's going to take your shoes. She's going to take these in particular. So just be aware and keep them under wraps. I know that this is a look that may be a little bit new, maybe a little bit unconventional for you, but you're gonna see these platform sandals in a lot of different ways. We said earlier there are a lot of Birkenstock imitators, but this truly is the original.
All of them here at HSN are. You will not be deceived. And I just I fell in love with this soft blushy pink. This one's called the light rose. I fell in love with it because it's got so many of the colors of my top. But you know what? It's just a fun, soft, feminine look too. And a nice departure from, you know, the original that I think a lot of people thought of a Birkenstock back in the day as like a granola kind of style sandal. But oh, have they come a long way. Yet nothing has changed about the footbed. That to me is absolutely remarkable. Nothing needed to change. Nobody came along and said, I'm gonna make Birkenstock better. Because they couldn't.
No. And how many things do we upgrade? In just our everyday life, we have probably you upgrade your phone, your printer, your computer, your car, you upgrade everything, your toaster. You've never upgraded your Birkenstock. You've just gotten a new pair because you like the color or the style. But this hasn't been upgraded because it doesn't need to be. So if you're looking at these and you're picking up a little something special, something new for yourself, then go for it. You can shop on hsn.com. While you see the QR code, go ahead and grab that to make sure that you get it. And it's called the Arizona Chunky Sandal. 089243 is the number there. Sizes 5 to 11 and a half.
Excellent. Well, we only got one more style coming up for you, and it's another super affordable summertime choice that I know you're going to love. We talked a bit ago